What's going on YouTube? Insector Master here. Gonna do a discussion video on what would make a great Yugi. And in my opinions, this is my opinions, but I would like to hear yours as well. So let's get this started. My first reason why there should be what makes a good Yugi tuber is the fact of discussions. It shouldn't be always deck profiles or duel videos or anything like that. A discussion video should be about either archetypes coming out or current cards coming out. It's a mixture of both, and what you think about the current cards or events that are happening in current Yu-Gi-Oh! For like example, Patrick Hoban doing the upstarts and the reckless greeds, and now the Cards. That's news about switching it up a little bit, being a little different, and now everybody else is doing it. Sure, it's not as great, but I think it's something out there that's different. Just a discussion video on whether you want to hear opinions about also archetypes that are good right now or creative things in a way. Like talk about what you think is going to be a good card in the future, or talk about why this card is so bad but everybody plays it. For instance, it's a discussion video where you get opinions on what your viewers to look at. Next one, I intentionally look at YouTube videos for their comedy. It keeps me interested. It keeps me moving along. Usually when I look at videos, I look at it within the first minute. I usually leave if it's not funny enough. But what else I do, if it's funny, I stay in it. I'm like, oh, this guy's great. He knows what he's doing. So why not watch more? And it turns into an amazing video. And I feel like when someone gets comedy involved, it keeps his viewers staying there and they come back for more. Next one's originality. For me, I'm a rogue player. Recently I went to regionals, got back in the game, my first tournament back in a year. I played a, I call it a TG stun deck. It's weird. I might do a deck profile on it, I'm not sure yet. But what I did was, it was different. Like I ran a TG engine with some Fire Fist cards, plus the Tengu and some like Fence and Fire Ferret, stuff like that. And then I added an Onslaught. That's originality. Something that you don't go by deck netting. For me, I like originality, and once I either pick up a deck, for instance, like Inzektors, Fire Kings, just stuff like that, I can twist it and make it mine instead of going net decking and be like, okay, I'm going to play this deck because, no, I'm going to make it unique. That's what I like about creativity. It makes you think outside the box. It makes you a player as you. I already mentioned this. Not just deck profiles or duels. I think you should just, if you were to do it, spice it up a little bit. Like, I don't know, like for duel videos, just commentating and rulings and keeping track of what's what, and tell your opinion about what's going on and what should have happened instead, like Epic Duel Time. I enjoy those videos. Those kept me in the metagame so much because he's informing me about what cards do, what cards should have done, or what he misplayed on, and I love it. Next, creative ideas. This is different from originality, but creative ideas is when you play a certain card because of the fact that you're like, oh my god, no one's going to expect this. And I like original ideas. Like if you do something, or then talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes. Like if you want to ask your viewers, what would you want me to hear about, and what would you want me to rant about? Like just go for those little bit of things and kind of get out there in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World. Like for instance, my friend, what his creative idea was, he played an agent deck, and what was it? He played, I think, about 20 monsters. It was a weird build. He went at the Kissimmee Regionals 6-3, I think it is. He didn't top though. The next one, my other friend, he was playing Bujins, and I know this one was totally different because I was dueling him the night before and we stayed up until like 5 in the morning, even though hey, we had to leave an hour. But he played a different kind of Bujin. Like it was total control. Like it was just total presence on the field. It wasn't like your typical Bujin deck where you go, okay, I summon, then I play Kaiser Coliseum and sit back. No, he did the same thing, But the thing is, instead of having aggressive cards, he had controlling cards, which I find a very good plus. Because controlling, in my opinion, gives you that extra umph instead of aggressive. Because if you go aggressive, and then your opponent just totally shuts you off from the aggression part of your view, then it's not going to do as much. But hey, what can you do? He went 5-4 though. But the first 4 rounds, he went 4-0, and then he kept getting everybody just kind of get luck sacked. I kind of watched it because I dropped from the tournament going 1-1, and I didn't feel like playing the rest. I just wanted to trade to help my friend out. But first video, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and tell me what you think about this video so I can improve myself. All right, see you, YouTube.